Hello my friends, welcome back to the Saving Made Simple channel. My name is Bella and today I'm going to be doing my unstuffing and reallocation for the month of May. So since January I have been doing an unstuffing and reallocation at the end of every month because any category that gets over $100 I put in a slip that is one of these here. I put in one of these here, so just like fake money so that I can take anything over $100 to the bank. Just because I don't like having too much money in the house. Things happen, things go wrong, and the last thing I need is my 2 years worth of savings to go up in flames. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I did make up some things because that's the thing is I keep confusing myself by putting money aside and being like, oh, I'll use that, I'll figure that out later. Oh, I'll figure that out later. So I made a couple categories that do not have envelopes, single envelopes. So I've got my tattoo fund. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I did decide I was going to have a tattoo fund, but I don't think there's anything for it. I've also got personal. I've got piggy bank. I've got my month ahead binder because I find when I put the money in my binder, I always put the money into the envelope that it's sitting on. And I've got to be determined. So this will be the money that I'm like, I'll figure out what to do with that in a minute. And then I don't have an envelope for my credit card. So I have a little slip for my credit card as well. That way, hopefully I'll be able to keep myself a little more organized and I won't get so confused. So as per usual, I'm going to start with my change and with rolling some change. So I'm going to take this, and my goal is to keep this video relatively, I wouldn't say short, but I don't want it to be too long. My son and my mom just walked out of the house to go get haircuts, and I'm kind of hoping to have it done by the time they get back, but we'll have to see. So I did, not gonna lie to you guys, I did go through and do a, what do you call that? I did go through and do like a pre-count just to see if there was anything I can roll because I don't want to go through this whole process and not have anything. And I actually do have things I can roll. So we are going to start with quarters. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Quarters take $10. So put 10 rolls of, or 10 piles of 4. Just over here to the side. So that's 2. Whoopsie. There's 3. And I know I have just enough because I did give my son 50 cents for 50 cents. All right, so there's $5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's 6. There's 7, 8. There's 9 and 1. Oopsie. 1, 2, 3. There's one more in here. Where is it? There it is, right there. All right, so there's enough for a roll of quarters. So I've got my roll for quarters. So we've got $1, $2, $3, $4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 10. I'm gonna push these down. You know what's funny is my biggest fear is always ripping these, but like I'm 31 years old and I've never ripped one, so I don't know why I even think about it. All right, next we're gonna do nickels. So there's $2. So we've got, so we'll do 10 rolls of 4 again. 40. There's 60. 80. $1, 20, 40. I'm going to try to talk and do this too. So since there's getting to be a lot of rolls, I'm wanting to put them in a new bottle. My question is, if you were going to paint a plastic bottle, because I've got a lot of like water jugs. If you guys have ever seen Journey to the Center of the Earth, you know where I'm going with this. But I want to paint the bottle so that someone random can't see what's in it. So if you were going to paint a plastic jug, what color would you, or wait, sorry, what kind of paint would you use to paint it? And would you paint it on the inside or would you paint it on the outside? Let me know in the description below or in the comments below. Some of you guys might be a little more crafty than I am. I thought acrylic paint, and I was like, but I don't know. Would that not chip away? Like, I wonder what kind of paint is used inside this one. I don't know. I don't think it's green glass, I'll say that. So we got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. And so I'm going to grab a roll for nickels. All right. I'll put those in there. There we go. So, all right, there we go. That's done. So we'll roll it up. There we go. There's nickels. And I know I don't have enough dimes because, like I said, I did pre-count this one. I did not pre-count my loonies and toonies. All right. For loonies and toonies, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and 25. So we do have enough for a roll of loonies. That's awesome. All right, so we got just a double count as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. There's 15. There's 20, and there's 25. All right, so we'll roll that up. Great. All right, so it doesn't look like there's enough toonies, but I'll give them a count anyways. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Whoa. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 out of 50. So we're only halfway there for the toonies. So we're gonna put this back in here. Sorry for your ears. Okay, and I'm gonna put this away. Then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put these back in here. So in total, we've got 10, 20, 45, 95, 100, 10, 14. So we got $114 in rolls. There we go. So we'll put that away. You see how much room they're taking up? I need to put them somewhere else. So, all right. Now that we're done with those, let's move on to the minis. All right. So I'm going to pull all of these out. Okay. So if they've got finished challenges, I'll work with them. If they don't, I'll put them back. So this one here has a finished challenge worth 105. This is supposed to go toward vacay. So I will put that there. First, I'm going to double check that it is. We got 50, 70, 90, 105. And I'm going to write on the back of this that this money went, whoop, not with black, We're gonna write on the back of this that this money went to vacay. And at this point, vacay money is going to be going toward probably gas money for going to Wonderland, because we just, well, I just bought seasons passes to Wonderland. So put that there. All right, so seasonal, which says car maintenance, but it probably won't be going to car maintenance, but I'm not done it yet anyways, so I have time to think about it. Okay, save the bill is not done yet either, so I'm just gonna put that back in here right away. Emergency, I did finish. I finished my emergency challenge on Monday with my Monday minis. So it should be $105. We've got 51, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 205. So 205. And that is going toward my emergency fund. But I feel like I said I might put it in my credit card. So I'm going to put this under to be determined, because I don't know for sure if I want to put it in my credit card or not. Just because my credit card's getting a little low, but it is supposed to go to my emergency. So I'm actually going to put it in my emergency. I'll do what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to take that out of there and put it in my emergency fund. So this goes in, nope, this goes in this one. Sorry, I had to think about that. Which I did clean off, because I did fill it with the 500 and then I took it and cleaned it off. All right, the finished challenges, I'll just put in the back here. All right, so now we got my emergency. That was done. We did that. All right. And it's closed. Perfect. Miscellaneous. So this should go toward hobbies and hustles if there's anything done. And I don't think that they're... Yeah, I think I literally finished this challenge. I did. Nope, not that one. This one. Okay. So this one here can go in here. And this one here, I don't really need anything for my hobbies and hustles right now. So this one's got 120. So we've got 50, 70, 80... 5, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, and 20. So this one here I'm going to put in to be determined, because I don't think it needs to go in hobbies and hustles. So I will write on it where it went later. So then bank it, and I think that, I actually don't think there's one done in here. Nope. So there isn't one to, no. So I'll put that away as well. Great. And now we're going to move on to this one, which is the big one. And I'm going to need my binder, because that's the only way I know where things are supposed to go. So nickel nest egg. All right, so elf race goes to gifts. And in elf race, we've got $10 that will be going to gifts. And I'll write on that later, because I can just do it while I'm editing the video. Save the date. I've got 20, 45, 55, and it's going toward to be determined, because I didn't put where it's going. Time is money is going toward vacay, and as you guys can see, I'm skipping the change. I like to leave the change in there as carryover. So time is money has 35, and that is going to vacay. All right. Shut the box is going toward fun. And shut the box has 25. Fun is in here. Can You Handle the Truth is going toward my month ahead binder. This also has the remaining loose change money in it. So we've got $20.45 in here, and that is going toward my month ahead binder. So I've got my little ticket. I'm just going to put that behind there. Dots and boxes. Just got a 20, and that goes toward credit card. And again, I do have a little slip for credit card. So there it is there. And I will put that up here, right there. All right, so then this one here is credit as well. This is my sweet and spicy game. It's new-ish. It's available on my Etsy store as a PDF or as a physical file. So we have 25 that will be going toward credit. My word find challenge goes toward gift cards. And in here we've got 5, 10, 15, and 20. So that goes in here for gift cards. Okay. Saveopoly goes toward my month ahead binder. So we've got 5, 10, 15, and 20 going toward my month ahead binder. Lucky Draw goes toward hockey. So I do have my half of the hockey money saved up, but I was recently told that my son's gonna need like mostly all new equipment next year. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and $30 going toward hockey. All right, 24 Days of Christmas. This will be going toward gifts. We got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Which goes in here. So $25 going toward gifts. Hit or Miss goes toward personal, and I gave myself a personal one because I kind of want to think about where I want to put it, and this is, you know, just what I'm going to do. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We got $30 for personal, which might get added to the tattoo fund. I'm not sure. Or who knows, maybe I'll use it for a category that I didn't, I can't even think what one it is right now. Oh, my piggy bank. I didn't have anything for my piggy bank. Plinko goes toward gift cards, and we've got 15. All right. And then Happily Ever After goes toward my month ahead binder. And in there, we had $5. So that goes into my month ahead binder. All right, so I'll do that. I'll write all that down in there when I'm editing. Just saves some time. All right, so we'll go through and figure out how much is going where. So to be determined, I'll do after. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one here. So well, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, so in fun, we have 25 that I'm just going to toss in there. Let me see if there's anything to 25. So we'll have 90 in here. 20, 40, 60, 85, 90. Which, like I said, for the most part, will probably be going toward gas money to go to Wonderland at this point because, well, between gas money and parking is $30. At least it was last year. And then personal, I'm just gonna maybe, let me see how much there is, I forget. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm thinking I'll put a 20 in my what do you call that? My piggy bank. And then I'm just going to put $10 into the personal envelope. Because my son and I are going to look at fish today and I might use that for that. All right, so that's it in this one here. Then in this one here, we'll do this one here first. This one here, we've got, for gifts, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I'm actually going to grab some larger bills from money that I know is going to the bank, which will be credit card. So $35 in gifts. Because the money that was in here, I used it on Mother's Day for my mom. We went to the races and I paid for her. All right, so vacation. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, let's start this over. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 110, 20, 35, and 40. So 140 in vacation. That's not too shabby. All right, and then in hockey, we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and $30 to add to hockey. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Nope, that's it. So we got 400 and I think I said 20. Hobbies and hustles, I did not budget for. Car maintenance, I did not budget for. So then we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 for gift cards. But I'm actually going to take $10 out of that because it's just, I have a lot of gift cards in here as it is. So I'm just going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And to determine where it's going to go, it's not going to be gas. Because it's not going to be gas because I've already got 2 for gas. And I feel like I've got a Tim Hortons card in here. I have a $50 Tim Hortons card somewhere. There, I got a $40 Tim's card here. So why don't we do, I've got a $50 Amazon card in here still too. So what if we did 25 to Starbucks? Or I could use it on groceries. All right, we're gonna roll for it. Okay, even number, it goes toward groceries. Odd number, it goes towards Starbucks. Groceries it is. All right. So I'll put that in there and it's going to be a, well, I have a, oh yeah, I'll go toward groceries. That's fine. All right. That one's done. Now we're going to go into this one here and I'm going to start with what's supposed to go in the emergency fund. So we've got 51, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 205. So we'll put that in here. 50. There we go. Okay, so there's 205, except for I'm going to put 200 in the bank, so I don't know why I even bothered to do that. So I'm going to color in $205 worth of emblem thingies, not emblems, that's not the word, but okay, so we got my 5 here. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 19, 20, and 5. All right, there's $205 worth colored in. I'm going to put these to go back to the bank and where'd that go? There it is. So for anyone who doesn't know, the money that was originally in my bank account for emergency fund, it's still there. I'm not going to say I took it out. So here's 200 for 200. So I originally had 2 tax-free savings accounts with Primerica, which is a finance company that you can get like financial advice, and you can set up separate like savings accounts and stuff with them. So I've been using them for years and years and years. I have my son's RESP through them, and I also have my, a life insurance fund through them. And then I have one tax-free savings account that I put money into every pay. So $100 automatically goes in every pay. And then I had a separate high yield savings account, or high yield tax-free savings account, sorry, that I had $1,500 in, and it wasn't collecting anything. So I recently closed the high yield one. So I still have the one that the $100 goes into biweekly. But I opened up one with my bank that they had a promotion on for tax-free savings accounts. Normally you get like it's like 0.4% interest on your money. But they recently had a promotion that if you set up a tax-free savings account for the first 3 months, they'll give you 2.5% interest. So the $1,500 that I had in my high yield with Primerica, I did close. I got that money out and I put it into my new tax-free savings account that I opened with RBC. And then the $500 I saved up last month, I put into my tax-free savings account. So if I'm right, right now there's $2,000 in it. And if we add 2.5%, so it should go up $50-ish a month for the next 3 months. But that's only if I actually read it right. I read it like 4 times, so I'm hoping I read it right. But yeah, so this account, or my emergency fund, has $2,000, and I'll put 200 into the bank, so it'll be $2,200. And I don't really have a grand goal for it. I kind of just want to keep saving it as long as I can. Okay, so is there any other? So then we just have, so vet fund is full, insurance payments full, and phone bill is full. So I just have 2 categories to split my month ahead binder money between. So for my month ahead binder money, I've saved up 20, 45, 55, 65, and 70. This to be determined money, I think I might also, so we got 70, 80, 90, 100. This is still a lot of money to not know what to do with. So first of all, I'm going to take these 5s out. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put these like that. So now I should have 100, right? Is that what I just did? Or did I just make it messier? I might have just made it messier. All right, so we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, and 1. The rest of this I'm going to keep. And figure it out after. All right, so we'll put this $100. We'll split it up between, so I'll do 60 into my car fund, or I could just do the full 100 into my car fund and have $200 toward my next payment. How much is left here? 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So like 155 Okay, so 155 that I'm going to put toward my credit. Okay, so this should be, so I'll do 60 for car. Maybe I'm just going to do the full 100 for car. It's been decided. So again, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 1. That's what I've decided. So I'm going to put $100 toward my car. Grab a color. Let's do the green. Nope, not that green. This green. So we're going to do 100 toward my next car payment. The faster I pay it off, the sooner my insurance will come down, and the sooner I won't have a $500 a month payment anymore. So, and last time I was in the bank, because I did make a payment in, was it February? I think. The lady was like, wow, you are paying this off so fast. And I was like, that's the plan. So I'm also going to put this here into my back to bank money. And I'm going to grab another $100 placeholder. There we go. And so that is going to go in here. So now I've got $200 placeholders. And then, oh, Mocus, be careful. Mocus has tried to climb an 8-foot wall unit. You all heard how that went. All right, so I'm gonna put that away. All right, so for my credit card, I'm going to be putting away 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $200 toward my credit card. That's actually perfect. It's a lot of fives though. So $200 toward credit card. A 20 is going into my piggy bank. All right, so I'll put that in here now. All right. And then we've got 51, 52. I don't know what that's going toward, but I'll look in a minute. 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 1. So we got $300 going to the bank. So it was 200 credit and 100 car and 200, I don't remember, emergency. So the emergency money I'll put into my tax-free savings account. All right, so I'm going to take that money to the bank and get that all organized. It is it is early enough that I should be able to get there before they close. And yeah, so I do believe that's it. I just need to write on here. So this money went to credit. There we go. And I did that in black, so I'm gonna be mad at myself later, but that's okay. All right, so that's it for today's video. I think that made it a lot simpler. Just having, instead of trying to rely on my memory all the time, it was really nice to have some sort of an organizational thing put together so that I could keep track of where the money, I didn't have like an actual destination where it was going. So yeah, again, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next week with a Monday Minis. Take care. Bye.